Saturday's gruesome killing of some students at a lay private college in Fiango, Kumba, a 3-day interministerial delegation has been dispatched by the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Chief Dr. Dion Gute, on special instruction from the Head of State of the Republic of Cameroon, His Excellency Paul Biya. After boy education, after being received at the entrance into Kumba, the delegation proceeded to the divisional office where they granted a press briefing in which they clearly stated the intention of the visit. The mission is to look into what led to the heinous crime by armed men on a store, any such occurrences in the future, and bring those involved to book.
We are mourning what the world is mourning, Cameroon is mourning, and the is mourning, and the region is mourning. The population are so angry about what happened, and people are saying enough is enough. And the rest of Cameroon is saying enough is enough. You saw the other day, even in the 20th May, and when you see this high-level delegation there, it's a reassurance to us that government is also looking at it and saying so everybody.
Territorial Administration Paul Atanganji. Thereafter, a meeting involving the leading forces of Kumba is scheduled to take place in the Kumba city. Nalova Lionga, who had this to say concerning the killings on Saturday in Kumba.
No, I don't belong. Well, the same people who tell you that you support them kill your children, and yet they cannot show you love. Tell me that it's when they will have you under the whatever thing they're praying that they will have.
For protests, and equally many people have been giving their points of views and equally their consolation messages. One of such people is a politician, Mr. Maurice Kamto, who is the president of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement. He gave a message
for the settlement of the Anglophone crisis, even though it has shown all its legendary war has been going on. The government has not defeated the armed groups through the military option, and still, as much as it is unacceptable that this government encouraged parents to send their children to school in this war zone without having first the government to refuse to assume their responsibilities. Indeed, the Minister of Communication advances only launched its activities at the beginning of the academic year, authorities, and could not benefit from the same protection or protective measures as other schools in the Meme division. End of quote. Of the city of Kumba proves that it is much older. Moreover, does not every government have the obligation?
Well, that was the address of Maurice Kamto, the president of the Renaissance Movement of Cameroon, after the attacks which took place at the Mother Francisca International Academy on the 24th, from protective measures like other institutions of the country. The information is contained in a release made public by the Minister of Communication of Cameroon, Mr. René Emmanuel Sadi. We have the details with Vilin Ama Akum.
National Bilingual School in the Southwest region, a controversy has sparked debate on social media networks. The controversy arises from a release made public by the government spokesperson Emmanuel at the start of the 2020 from the same protective measures division. As such, many were still in this light. The Minister of Communication issued an update on the 23rd of October 2020 where he indicated that the government has not committed any lies and it's the plain truth. He added that it has never been officially authorized and it's only at the beginning of the 2020-2021 school year that teaching effectively started at the secondary level. He added that the launch of the news, the administrative and school authorities. The lessons took place on Saturdays.
Lele Adolphe l'Afrique to bring lasting solutions to the ongoing Anglophone crisis. Women made their cry across glimpse of what happened in Bamenda today.
are stopped by you. The effort of man.
They have called on the government authorities to make sure they stop all the killings taking place in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon. Equally, for those region of Cameroon, panic gripped the city of Mutengene, Limbe, and Boya, as well as Ombe. These are around about 3 students who have been killed in Ombe. After the proper investigation, a reporter confirmed that this was just a mere rumor, a fake news.
Motion this morning, October 27, 2020. Pupils, students and parents all running hector-scatter. Students free from school, parents on the other hand frightened and rushing to school to pick up their kids. Rumors and flying reports had it that some students had been wounded in Ombe by unknown individuals. Meanwhile, other rumors, however, on any school. Talking to parents, they are just simply looking out for the safety of their kids and playing safe.
There is no parent who will hear that something has happened in his child with my child. Fortunately, I came. All the teachers are in school. Their vehicles, their cars are in school. The children are in class. So I thank God.
Down to the Government Technical High School on there, classes.
I want to thank God that we are quiet. We have been here in the morning, and the children, we had
the houses trembling with the fear and the news, shock that they had heard the news. They came to school in anger to collect their children.
We were in school this morning and we were so surprised that fake, that's propaganda.
At press time, in Limbe, Boya and Mutengene, schools were shut down after the chaos since students went home due to the fake news from Ombe. Calm and serenity have
Financial support to 2 survivors of Saturday's incident in Kumba who were transferred rapidly to the Boya Regional Hospital for expert management. So noting that the director of the Regional Hospital of Boya,
my daughter left to go to school, so I heard the gunshot. I just heard people running, coming towards me and saying, "No, that found." The adaptation was coming worse, so the doctor or the other doctors told me that I should enter a vehicle, should come here. That is why I'm here.
This is Manda, the Boya Regional Hospital, for expert management.
As soon as we received the patients, we had to do all the necessary investigations we were supposed to do. We had to do all the surveys, the situation. Right, we operated on both of them with respect to the injuries that they had, that they sustained both from multiple bullet shots.
Hearing of the presence of the 16-year-olds as well as hand over some financial assistance.
In fact, as parents, as custodian of the municipality, we couldn't sit back. Once we have to come here and see exactly the situation and get the little that the council can do to support these children have life back.
I know who showed these flashes and God have already taken care.
Thanks to such a barbaric act occurring in the 21st century.
News reaching us right now has it that turn of peace and denouncing the killings of their kids, demanding that for naked. They said they are mothers and they also bore the military of kids at the Mother Francisca International Academy of Kumba. The women assembled today at the equally other state officials. We go on to other news right now and we remain in Kumba to talk about this young man in his late 20s who was chopped off the victim's finger. This comes at a time when Kumba is still in grief after Saturday's massacre on the children. As we hear in this report with BrigadeAntiSardinard.
Tabi was a member of a gang of 3 who launched a robbery attack in a home, and after hesitation from the victim to meet up with, which alerted the population of Bonakama, who mobilized to the refuge of the victims. The other 2 gang members, known as Oben Bisong and Daniel, were able to escape but are right now on the run. This gang of 3 is said to be notorious in robbery and terrorizing the public. His corpse lied there till morning before carried away by the elements of the health unit. It should, however, be noted that Kumba for the past days have not been stable as any security threat whatsoever.
We go over now to the Mongo division, precisely in Konsamba, where bike riders have regained their calm after a fruitful dialogue with the SDO.
In a
images of the Nkong bike riders on heat last Saturday as they stormed the streets of Nkong town think that if there's any situation that concerns one of us, we can easily identify them and harm shouldn't repeat itself. Besides, if not for the fact that my colleagues listened to me, we would have been destroying properties right now, or even that refuse to collaborate and choose to cause us harm. They came to seek a ray of light an object and as well to assess the situation of one of their almost recovered colleague who received a bullet following a manhunt which took place around 3 a.m. Rider received a bullet and died. The table was short. Now we met the DO who gave us in his office on Monday. We then came and the acts don't repeat themselves. It is estimated that there have been a multitude of assaults these times linked to bike rider victims dearly. I tell you, the bike rider that was shot is fine. I personally took him to, but because we are not here to kill anyone, I took him to the regional hospital where there was no surgeon. So I decided to take him to the Njumbe. At the end of the presentation, bike riders of Nkong went home satisfied. Peshawar has killed at least 7 people and wounding 1, which also serves as a religious school for the meantime for the local community, as we hear in the following report given to us courtesy Al Jazeera TV.
They were listening to a lecture by a prominent scholar at the Jamia Zubaria Religious School in Peshawar.
It was 8 o'clock.
It was hidden in an abandoned bag in the main hall. Pakistani and Afghan students, teachers and other members of staff are among the dead and injured. Several are in a critical condition. Police expect more. The attack comes days after Pakistan's intelligence service warned that armed groups could target public buildings, including religious schools, across Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan condemned targeted schools, mosques and the military since 2001, when Pakistan supported the US invasion of Afghanistan.
The peace talks are also going on in Doha about Afghanistan to return peace to that, working for anti-state element within Pakistan.
Well, we come to the end of the round. Next up is C'est le moment où Yannick Renais Day.